Welcome back to Boppin Around with
Ayesha
and Venus. Yay!
Oh, sorry, Mike.
That on the microphone. Hey guys,
Hey.
welcome back to the podcast.
Hey,
What's
hey.
up? Your favorite duo is back again.
Your favorite bops.
Your favorite bops, just bopping around. We finally wrote like the blurb for our podcast if you want to go and read it. Just in case we're not fully direct about who we are and why we do this podcast. But I think the main thing is that, we are two girls who reunited after a couple years apart. You know, that happens with friendship, you lose touch. And we both discovered that we were both doing sex work. And it kind of just went from there. And it's actually a year of us reuniting and getting closer than ever before. It's been a full year of this
a bit too close
crazy fucking friendship. Let's get rid of the balloons for now because they're going to cause issues. It's been a year. We reunited in the beginning of February last year. Can we actually get the date? I want to get the date exactly because it could be today. What if it's today?
My snap memory said the 1st of Feb.
It was the first, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And why are you going to tell me that now? I was asking you like 3 times. I said, what was the date? What was the date? And she's like,
I'm a busy girl.
You're going to see my nudes. Oh, I almost accidentally set my fucking butthole as the thumbnail for our podcast. Or no, sorry, it wasn't for our podcast. It was for a YouTube
Would
video.
you guys like to see that?
You know where to go. Yeah, look, she came to my house with these flowers. That was the funniest night of last year. It was actually fucking hilarious because it wasn't planned. Like, take us back to that day, babe, and like why you decided to reunite with me.
I needed to manipulate someone, so I chose Venus. And I thought, what's the best way to get back into her heart, but other than getting her flowers? So I just thought I'd be very cute, and I'd get flowers, and I'll walk into her house.
What?
Look, basically what happened was I was just like, I'm just gonna show up, and yeah, that's it. What else was I supposed to do?
Jesus, what a story. What a lovely story was that.
I was just like,
okay, I'll tell the story. So she literally like, she got back in touch with me. She told me everything about herself, that she's trans and everything. And I was like, oh my God, wow. I didn't know that was then going to mean that we were actually going to become back like best friends, but even closer than we were. I thought, if anything, Ayesha was going to come over. We're going to see each other and then we might not see each other again for a few months. She calls me and she's saying like, can I come over tonight? And I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait for you to see my new apartment. But I really thought that it would be, that night and then we might not see each other again for a few months. But that is not what happened. We ended up being like inseparable from that night on and like closer than we ever were back in like 2019. So yeah, and it was just one of the funniest nights ever, babe. It was one of the funniest. Like, what do you think? How did you know you were ready to kind of like reach out again and, spend time with me?
So that's such a good question because I actually obviously just went through a breakup and I was like...
Right, I forgot about the breakup. That was a big part of it.
Big part. And I was like, I'm not comfortable to see Venus until I am done with my relationship, because my relationship was taking a big toll on my mental health and like my health in general. And I wanted to reach out to Venus because I felt really comfortable. And for me, I just knew that when I get back in contact with Venus, that I'm going to be seeing her way more often.
Yeah.
She thought maybe...
And I didn't trust it. I was like, like, that night when you were over, I was like, do you want to come to this with me? And you were like, yeah. And then I was like, do you want to come to Primavera? And you're like, yeah. I'm like, do you want to do this with me tomorrow? You're like, yeah. And I was like, surely not. Because I wasn't used to that from you. But like, then for this whole past year, up until only recently, I would say, you literally said yes to everything that I asked you to come to, invited you to. Like, you said yes to everything.
Most things, yeah.
Like, I could not believe that you actually were going to come to Primavera. I had to ask you, like, multiple times. And now it's like, we're literally, like, family members at this point. We're sisters.
I'm her grandma.
We work together. I mean, if you guys saw the TikTok that I posted the other day of, like, POV, you're best friends, but you also work together. And it was literally me talking to Ayesha because, well, let's just say yesterday I shot my Valentine's Day video for my OF. And it was so fun, so cute. And let's just say I did something on this blanket, okay? Because this blanket, if you can see it, it does kind of fall down a bit. But it has love hearts, red love hearts on it. So I thought it would be perfect, not only for bopping around, it's actually Aisha's cat's blanket. How funny is that? She misses her blanket. But anyways, I used it for my Valentine's Day content, but it's also good for bopping because it's kind of like our brand colours, red and pink. It. So, but I used it in my Valentine's Day video, and let's just say there was a little bit of an accident on the blanket.
What?
You know, that thing that rhymes with...
Dirt.
Like that Pokemon Squirtle.
Oh.
Anyways, don't worry now, it has been washed, but I texted her and I was like, I didn't mean to Squirtle, but or what did I say? I was like, let me get it.
We were in two different mind spaces, by the way.
Yeah, because, okay, so I said, I didn't mean to squirt. That wasn't meant to happen. And then... But she was already in the middle of telling me something related to the podcast. So she just responds, clip is up, ! Referring to like the podcast clips that she posts. But I just thought it was just really funny. Anyways, yeah, so where was I going with that?
We were talking about how 1 year ago and then
And now we worked, so...
It's crazy.
Yeah.
We've gone a long way.
I never would have imagined it. And it's crazy because I felt like, you know, some of my friends in London were either moving country or moving back home to where country they're originally from.
Right.
And that kind of was happening. And I was kind of like, I wonder, like, who I'll be friends with for 2025 because, you know, two of my main friends were gone, basically. So I was like, am I just going to be a lonely girl? Am I just going to be my boyfriend? And just, you know. And then literally at the same time that one of my friends went back to America, you literally came back into my life.
Fuck?
And yeah, it's just wild, honestly. Like, you never know. That's the thing about life, okay? I mean, it's exciting. When you just remember that you never know what's going to happen each year. You know, obviously sometimes bad things happen. Last year was very bad in a lot of ways.
Of course.
The best part, though, was our friendship.
100%.
And everything we got up to together. And
so much fun.
All our travels.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, just podcasts, working
Fuck
together,
off.
Pilates. Like, you know, so...
She doesn't even know how much
friendship
it meant to
is
me.
so beautiful. Do you want to say any kind words now about our friendship?
Yeah, I would love to. Thank you. Basically, at the beginning of last year, when I said to myself, I'm going to get back in contact with Venus, I said to myself, I don't care what happens, but I'm going to make sure that we are friends again because I felt really comfortable with our friendship before that as well. And the fact that we stopped hanging out was a lot to do with my issues and me like pushing everyone away, and that happened especially during COVID. And then after COVID I got with my ex and she kind of like isolated me, and I'm not going to put any blame on her, but I'm just going to say like it was a bit toxic. We went our own ways, it was fine, and I came to the conclusion that I was trans, and I was like, fuck, this is terrible, because what trans person likes that they're trans? No one likes that they're trans. They're just trans, you know? So you just kind of feel like, shit, do I continue on life or do I just not continue with life? And obviously everyone wants to continue with life unless you're not well mentally, which I wasn't for most of my life, but I was like, I do want to be happy and I do want to live. And I know that I trust Venus, so much so that even though we haven't been in like consistent like communication and contact for so many years, I know that our friendship is still there, and it is up to me a lot to prove it as well, because, you know, there were times when I was coming to see you, for example, like she had like a brat party and then I was literally on my way.
Yeah, so you kind of like, what was it? You breadcrumbed me with me thinking, I remember I was like, oh my God, like she's coming back into my life. She's coming to my house party, the brat party, which would have been in July 2024. Obviously I wouldn't end up seeing you till February 2025, but I was like to everyone, oh my God, we're gonna see her, la la la. And then yeah,
terrible. So I was in that relationship and I was on the way to Venus's house and I was just feeling so overwhelmed. There was issues with transport. I was having an argument with my ex, and then I was like, do you know what, I just can't do this. I got so overwhelmed, and then I was like, sorry, Venus. I sent her a voice note. I'm saying, I'm so sorry. I can't do this right now. The time isn't right, but when it will be right, when the universe will say do it, it's gonna happen, and it did.
Yeah. What did you do that night then? Did you just go back to like where you were living with her?
At that point, we just recently stopped living with each other.
So you went home.
I went back to my parents' house.
Okay, because it was more so the fact that she just kind of killed your whole mood versus.
She didn't trust me. She was just like, "Don't go. If you go, I'm not gonna be happy."
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I was like, "Okay."
That's crazy because it's like she could have easily gone like you like I obviously would have been like, oh my god, of course your girlfriend.
I think
can
she had
come.
work.
Yeah, it's just yeah, but so you didn't. It's not like you were going back to be with her that night. You were going home, and she just didn't want you there.
Yeah. That wasn't the first time in that relationship something like that happened though, actually.
It's kind of crazy too because I feel like the person that you are and how I remember you from in the past too is that you are very loyal, you know, so it's crazy like, but I know that it goes a lot deeper than just you presenting as a loyal person. Like obviously it's a lot to do with how her own issues and insecurities and stuff too.
But I respected her decision with like her saying, I don't want you to go, and you know how it makes her feel uncomfortable. And I was like, okay, fine, I won't go. But the thing is, that happened like a year prior to that as well. One of my friends, he got married and he sent out an invitation to everyone saying to come. Bearing in mind, I went on a holiday with this boy. You know, we were quite close. And I wanted to go to his wedding, you know, because we were quite close. And, you know, she just didn't have it. She was just like, no. And then we didn't go.
Wait, have you told me that before?
I might have, yeah.
And why? So she was invited as well?
She was invited as well.
And what was wrong that she didn't...
She just didn't want to go. She just like... and I even like prepped her like months in advance. Like, look, the wedding's in like Wales, but we could take a coach, you know, we'd spend some time with each other together. And, you know, I found it really annoying because she didn't respect my feelings and like how I wanted
it's like
to
if
be
you,
in contact with friends.
Yeah, if you want to be in a long, healthy relationship, like that's not like it's not gonna be like that. If you're not gonna go to like events with each other, like
make some compromises.
Like something as like. You know, something as, I guess, important as a wedding for your... Did you say your friend?
A very close friend.
For your very close friend. Like,
I haven't spoken to him since. Because he's heartbroken.
To me, that would be grounds for breaking up because it's like, what do you mean you don't want to go and be a part of, like, one of my closest friends, one of the biggest days of their life? Like, what do you mean you don't want to be by my side for that?
Exactly.
And then she didn't even want you to go by yourself then.
Yeah. And then... you know, she just didn't want to do it. And then a few months later, you know, I was still upset about it. And then she was like, hey, how about we do like a little thing where we go away together and let's go to Wales. And I'm just like, what? We were going to go anyway.
What do you think was the biggest reason why she then didn't want to go with you to Wales, have a nice little trip, go to the wedding? Like, what do you think was the real reason behind that?
I feel like maybe there was like issues with her mental health, but also like she wanted to just like, it was probably both of us had like issues with our mental health and we were like in this bubble, right? Especially after COVID, you know, you had this bubble where you don't have to do anything. And
I think a lot of people ended up in those types of relationships. Honestly, I think COVID really shaped people. Either it broke up long-term relationships or people got together, and then when COVID started to like ease off, then you kind of started to see that there was these issues that you didn't see before.
That was with us.
Yeah, because the socializing thing definitely, it makes sense. Like during COVID, it was just you and her.
Yeah.
But like that just to me looks like the relationship was more of a crutch for, you know, her issues, your issues versus like, it was like a kind of a plaster over wounds. Big time. Like, and it wasn't healthy. I mean, we already know that. But anyway, sorry, what were you gonna say there?
It was definitely a bubble, and you know, we got onto the topic of talking about my ex because we were talking about our different points of views when we got back into our friendship, right? And if we go back to the friendship part, I only felt comfortable coming into contact and seeing Venus in person once that relationship was over, because my ex was very overbearing. And a friendship like this would have never happened or flourished or even continued to exist if I was in that relationship. When we became like back in our circles, I said to myself, I'm going to make sure that I'm very social this year. I get things done. I'm having fun. If I do all of this, I won't feel the negatives of the breakup as much.
And you were very like, you know, you said you knew what you wanted to basically achieve in last year, and you did do that.
Yeah.
Like, you really put yourself out there. You were like, I just want to say yes to things. You did that.
Do you know what I felt so happy about? Me and her, we resonated a lot back in the day anyway.
Yeah.
Right? And I was telling myself, if she says, you know, do you want to do things? Say yes. Do it. Don't say no. Say yes. Do it. Enjoy yourself. Be social.
And I would say a lot of things. I'm like, let's go to this. Let's go to that. Let's do that.
And I was beaming. I was so happy.
Yeah.
You know, and she was like, straight away, same day, she was like, Primavera,
Yeah.
Spain, Pilates. And I'm like, whoa, I manifested this. Yes.
And I knew my friend wanted to sell her ticket, right? So I was like, listen, obviously would love if she came as well, but if she wants to sell her ticket, like, this is your in. Because all the tickets were sold out at that point as well.
So lucky.
You would have had to buy like a way more expensive resale ticket. So, yeah. And then, like, we both kind of, I mean, you knew I was doing OnlyFans before a few years ago, but you didn't know if I was still doing it. I didn't know that you were doing in-person sex work. I didn't know any of this. So we kind of gradually, like, really, like, learned about each other's daily lives and the work we do and stuff as the weeks went on.
You know, I don't know if you remember, but that evening we were on the couch in the balcony.
In the balcony.
And
Not on it, in it.
In it. And I was like to you, what do you do again? Do you remember?
What a crazy concept to think about now.
You know, like, so crazy. Because
Yeah.
I had forgotten completely what Venus does. And then I was just like, what do you do again? And she's like, bitch, you don't remember?
Because I just have a memory of being in my old house back in, like, North London. And, like, being in my kitchen. And you probably, like, going between the kitchen and the back garden. And you were like, Venus, you need to start a YouTube channel. You need to start a YouTube channel. And at that point, I think I was thinking of starting one. But I just remember you being so like, you need to start a YouTube channel. Because I had like a private, you know, like personal kind of YouTube before that. But I was like, I need to start one for, you know, for Venus Energy. And I feel like when you said that to me, it kind of like remind me to do that. And then that's just a memory that I have. And obviously I have a YouTube channel now. And it's monetized. And it's just, yeah, it was always like my dream to have a monetized YouTube channel. And it feels really great to have achieved that.
I'm happy.
I really want to grow to 10k subscribers. I have like 7.7 right now.
Damn.
It was a goal for last year, but you know, all the goals for last year are scratched right now. They were scratched when it ended because the year took a turn. But they're still goals I have in the long run. Obviously, I would love to grow it beyond 10k. And
yeah, of course.
100k, you get the plaque.
Yeah.
So we're going for the 100. But yeah.
Bitch, you can do it. Big
Bitch,
time.
you can do it. Bitch, I have my money. And so can you. What's going on with your YouTube?
I mean, I'm not looking at it, but I'm getting
I can see you vlogging, like, just vlog your day.
When I move out, definitely.
Yeah, I do think when you move out will be like, the fuck, you will notice such a jump.
Yeah.
Like, I just see it through you. I do think the issues that are getting to you right now, it's your home environment, honestly.
Big time.
Actually, speaking of your home environment, Ramadan is coming up, as you were saying earlier.
Yes.
Your favorite holiday.
I can't wait. Do you know what, let me tell you something. I was actually thinking about this yesterday. So I've obviously been doing in-person sex work for just over a year now. So I'm quite well versed. I think I'm quite professional. I know most of the ins and outs. I feel confident.
Yeah, you're very, like, you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there was one period last year when I didn't do in-person sex work, and that was during the Ramadan time.
Right.
Because we was in Spain.
We were in Spain during the Ramadan last year?
The last 2 weeks we were in Spain.
Really?
The first 2 weeks we weren't in Spain, but I wasn't doing work because I was getting ready for the holiday.
So it was a lot later last year then?
It was about March time, yeah.
Okay. Oh, but we were in Spain in May. End of May.
Something like that.
Okay.
Something like that.
Clocking her bullshit.
Always does. So this time around, I'm going to be working during Ramadan, most likely. Right? Like, I hope not, but currently, to my estimation, I probably will be working in Ramadan, which is fine. I just need to get that bag. Get the bag, get the fuck out of my parents' house. Get that bag. the non-negotiable. Remember last week, people? Non-negotiables, we spoke about it. If you don't know, go listen to
Did we
it.
speak about that?
We did. Sorry, that's the episode that's coming out next week. No, who knows? Who knows?
Girl,
she does
she
the
doesn't
editing.
even. She don't be knowing.
She does the
she
editing.
comes. She shows up, and then she's like, "Right, time for clips." But
Time for clips, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we do this, and then we film TikToks. Anyway, what we're trying to say is, what are we trying to say? What are we trying to say?
Bitch, okay. So
Ramadan. I can't wait to be in my apartment, you know, all dolled up, all glammed up, you know, in my cute, sexy dresses, and have these men walk in after they've broken their fast to bust a nut all over me.
Because you think it will go like that.
It would definitely go like that.
Did that happen last year, where you were like
wasn't
noticing a
working
trend?
Ramadan.
So you weren't okay, because you do see a lot of clients who are Muslim.
Mine's completely diverse, so there's
But
not
diverse.
one set.
But, okay, right. So, but you know, you do know you're thinking you're gonna get, say, clients coming at like what time? 2 a.m.
Yeah.
So they broke their fast and now
They'll break their fast around about because
So you're gonna be working late during that time then.
Maybe.
I mean, you do work late
Yeah,
sometimes, but
yeah.
this sounds like it will be even later.
Well, technically nowadays people break their because of how early the sun goes down. So about like 4 5 p.m.
Yeah. Oh right. Okay.
So from 4 5 p.m. till about like maybe 3 a.m.
So with Ramadan, in a sense, easier than well, it's a bit more.
Yes.
I guess social hours when it's earlier in the year. 'Cause, yeah, the sun goes down sooner. Yeah. Okay. My girl is hungry. For some nice.
He's like, there's a man towering over me, and he's like, hold it, and I'm like, okay.
Oh yeah, literally.
Okay.
Like when Ayesha's with her clients, I just imagine her. I mean, I have seen some footage.
They're massive. I'm like,
and I just see her as this like petite little tiny little tee ha ha ha, and then this big strong man over her going, hold it.
you saw the man in the video who's like,
Say you like it right now.
Oh god.
Say you like it right now.
I like it.
Okay.
Shut up.
Yes, I did see the man in the video.
6'4".
Damn. Now Ayesha did just film a video with one of her clients, and
Not
she
just
will
now,
be
just
selling
keep
that
on.
video on her OF. And let me just tell you, it's hot as fuck. If we have any OF subscribers listening,
Hey, what you doing?
it's Venus approved.
Babe, they say that in the month of Ramadan, the devil gets locked up. And you know, when the devil gets locked up, that means any sin you commit isn't because the devil whispered it into your ear to do, it's because of your own doing.
Oh, right. Okay, interesting. Right. But then, I think we've talked about religion before, but I think it's interesting because I will say that there seems to be kind of a theme sometimes with religion where, I mean, Ramadan is interesting, right? Because it's basically like you got to take accountability, right? That's what that says to me. The whole like the devil is locked up. He's not responsible. He's not the reason why you did something. It's it's down to you.
Yep.
And if anything, I think that's a good thing because at least it's giving people the sense of like, okay, my decisions and my actions are because I chose to do them. Because I will say there does tend to be a thing with religion where people are like, you know, that they say something like, oh, that was the devil in me that did that, or, you know, I'll just give my sins to Jesus. I'll give my sins to God. It's not actually me doing this. You know, I'm actually a pure good person, but la la la. So, and there just tend to be a lack of accountability then sometimes, you know, is with in religion with, you know, certain people, not everyone obviously, but where they think that like they can kind of act whatever way, but as long as they give their sins to God
and ask for forgiveness.
Or then the thing with the devil, oh, it's the devil, it wasn't me, the devil was in me. So I didn't really, have I ever heard that about Ramadan before? Maybe, but that's quite interesting in a sense. So people don't want to sin then.
They are extra hard on themselves.
Yeah, gosh. Yeah, wow. Sinning is another concept in itself. Sin tax, which we fucking spoke about like 2 episodes back. I think like, I don't know. I personally, obviously...
Will you be fasting this Ramadan? Hey, a legit question.
You know, I'm just thinking, have I ever fasted before? I think there might have been one day when I did some charity fast, but did I even do it properly? I never ever have liked the idea of fasting for
terrible.
myself personally. I don't obviously think it's the best thing for your body. I know people can achieve like a sense of kind of like spirituality, very like clear-minded and stuff after a few days.
Can
of
I
fasting.
interject?
Mm-hmm.
There's actually some studies which suggest that fasting is good for you.
I know, it seems like the evidence is a bit contradictory, right?
Yeah.
Because I've seen both sides. Like, you know, you see some people doing water fasts, just juice fasts.
Yeah.
Like just liquid diet kind of fasting. I think, you know what it is? I think when it comes to like, you know, religion, okay, that's one thing. But I think people who think I don't think anyone needs to fast, like, you know, in order to be healthy. I think health is more of a thing we do on a consistent daily basis. A lot of times it's just little small things we do every day that can help, like getting your steps in, drinking enough water, getting your fruit and veg. But obviously then when it comes down to like Ramadan, I guess it's good that there is studies to show that there can be benefits.
Yeah.
So that it's not actually just all terrible for your
Yeah.
body. Because for me, I'm like, ooh, I just think back to being in school. I wouldn't have been surrounded by too many Muslim students back in school, but I think, you know, befriending people after school and stuff and seeing them have to work and like while they're fasting and be around other people who are eating and stuff, like it must be quite hard.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
The first few days is very hard.
Yeah.
But then after that, you kind of have this sense of like superiority. I'm better than everyone else because I'm not eating, but I'm doing this, and God's gonna love me more. And when I get home, I'm gonna have some delicious feast.
Yeah, like it's obviously a time of community too, right?
Yeah.
That's a big thing I think that brings people a
Donations
lot
as
of
well.
joy and just like
Charity
you
work.
know, even if I think about Christmas, like obviously Christmas is quite different, but well, different in some senses. It's not. There's no, I guess, like hard part of Christmas that you need to do first, you know. Maybe Easter and Lent. Lent would be the equivalent. But like it kind of is this sense of community and like everyone's doing this thing together for the greater good or for like, you know, it's a sense of connection that you feel to everyone around you.
Let's talk about estrogen. So, listen, everybody, after I injected, I was sore for a week and a half. And what happened to me, everything was fine, but life kind of like made me so depressed. And then she got me drunk as fuck the other day.
No, I didn't. This is the thing, right? Ayesha, like, we all had a little kind of social media get together, if you want to call it that. Our friend, she works in
Marketing.
social media basically, and you know, she does like certain branded videos and stuff, so we all got together to shoot some content for her. I'm trying to do them, but I think it's called branded missions on TikTok. I don't know if they're gonna pick me, guys, because of the fact that I have one of those links, but anyways, that's besides the point. But we all got together, we made content for her, and then we were drinking wine throughout it. I wanted to make us margaritas, but there was no tequila in Tesco. There was no tequila in Asda. And then I was like, right, let me order it. An hour goes by, the tequila's still not here.
Yep.
I'm texting the driver, where's the tequila? And he's like, my bike has broken down. Guys, this is the second time this has happened to me, mind you, where the bike breaks down. I was like, why are they not moving? It says they're 4 minutes away. Why are they stuck? They're not. I was like, they're by the river. And everyone was like, I think he might be drinking the tequila by the river. I was like, anyways, we had to then Sadie ordered it on their phone to try and be like, girl, I think your phone's cursed. Sadie ordered it to their family home. It was just, so we didn't get the tequila till so late in the end because I eventually ordered it again. We got a beautiful tequila though, a beautiful, beautiful one. But by that point, everyone had already drank so much wine.
Right.
Our friend, like, she already had gone to sleep. And then I think you guys just drank too much wine. I'm going to be honest with you, because I wasn't that hungover because
I hadn't eaten properly that day as well.
Yeah, that's a big thing, babe.
And I was already stressed with my family and
I
work
genuinely,
and
like, I want you to take care of your health and, you know.
Or what?
I'm so much your older sister, haven't I?
Or what, bitch?
Anyways, you just... We had a cute night, which ended quite early, and you were being very responsible. You were like... Because I was like, the tequila was just starting to hit my system, and I was like, because it was literally just like Ayesha, our friend, and Sadie, right? And our friend had gone to sleep, and then Ayesha and Sadie were like, well, we gotta get going. And I was like, what? But the tequila's just entered my bloodstream. You can't leave me now.
Right.
And then
I had work.
But then, you know, the next day I was glad that we did call it a night.
Yeah.
I was barely hungover, like a little bit compared to normal, you know, like if I drank a lot, like it would have been a different case.
See, that was crazy. I was the opposite.
Yeah,
I was like
but I think
incapacitated.
because you barely even finished your margarita.
Honestly, babe, I was like, I had like 2.
I think you had a bottle of wine in total, though.
Maybe.
That's what I'm telling you. Wine will give you the worst hangover.
I was just gone.
The worst hangover.
And then I woke up and it was so late, and I could already see out my window. My whole house was packed to the brim, and then people were banging on my door, and I'm like, I can't do this.
I'm sorry, family events on a hangover are not the one.
Nope. And then the next day, that same day actually, I didn't leave my room, and I didn't sleep until like 7, 8 in the morning. And by then, I had gotten up and left the house. And people were fucking sleeping in the living room, by the way. Did I tell you that?
It's actually, wow, I can't even imagine like a family home that's just like constantly like, you know.
It's a halfway home, basically. People are just coming in. And like, it's like early in the morning, and I'm like, shit, what the hell is going on? People are actually sleeping in the living room. So I'm like, whatever. I'm just going to quickly get my stuff, go to the apartment. Went to the apartment. I felt so free. I felt so happy, you know, my own space.
There is nothing like having your own space.
Exactly.
When I've been at home for a while and I come back to this apartment,
heaven.
It's just like,
yeah, literally. And that's what I did. So I went to the apartment and I'm like, perfect. Got my pajamas on, went to bed, had a lovely work day. Everything was fine.
See, it really is.
Yeah.
I think once you get out of your family home, I do think you'll notice a big jump in your...
Yeah.
Obviously, you can't really run away from your own issues and mental health and stuff, but I will say I do think you will have a big increase in your...
You asked me earlier how...
mental health.
About my mental health. Like, what can I do to identify triggers, and what can I do to, like, make myself feel better? One thing I can actually say is when I'm feeling like triggered, what triggers me? Just family triggers me. How do I sort this issue? I like to have different spaces, you know, so if I have multiple spaces that I can use to just let myself work in, let myself, you know, doom scroll maybe, let myself relax, I'm more productive. But when I'm like restricted to just one spot, it's so hard for me to get things done. When me and Venus are together, you know, I feel like there's accountability there. You know?
For sure.
Exactly.
It's so important.
Very important, because when I'm at home, like, I find it so hard to do anything because I'm like squashed into one zone, one location, like my room. But with Venus, then I'm either like out and about, if we're at a cafe.
Which we haven't done in a while.
But
we've been on a different kind of... we haven't been going to Pilates.
Yeah.
I rejoined the gym, guys. I'm going to be weightlifting again. But I need to get a whole schedule for that. Anyways, go on. Sorry.
Yeah, no, honestly, I feel like...
accountability.
A big time accountability, babe.
We really have that dynamic with each other. I think, like, you know, I think when it comes to your in-person sex work, I don't know a lot about that, but when it comes to like social media, I think just us, you know, becoming back friends and you trying to get into social media made me realize, like, okay, well, I want to give her advice and tips and shit. And then I was like, wait, I have learned a good bit over these 5 years.
You really have.
Like, so... And I enjoy being like to you, oh my God, this is the vision I see for you. Yeah. Because sometimes it's easier to look at someone else and tell them like how they should do things. And then like, I feel like for you, to me, you're good at like, I guess sometimes I get too much in my head. Even say with the podcast, for example, be like, oh no, it's like, you know, I'll get more, I guess, perfectionist, or, oh, we have to have this right or that, or... blah blah blah, and you'll be like, no babe, like, calm down, like, you kind of get me to recenter myself.
Yeah, I think that's one good thing about us both, and we might have spoken about it before, and I feel very happy that we are very accountable towards each other in this friendship, because not only do we get things done, I feel like I've been more productive, I've been happier in general. Like, me and my ex talked about how miserable we'd be after we'd broken up. I wasn't miserable. I'm actually quite happy. You know, I thought I'd be worse off. And I think I would have been worse off.
And we hope she's happy too, obviously. I know that you hope that anyway.
Yeah, of course.
Because, like, you know, why would... I don't know her, obviously, but it's like, I'm not thinking of her and being like, oh, I hope she's suffering.
Yeah, of course not. I hope she's fine.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I needed to move away from that relationship. to be in this friendship means that I can be happy away from the pressures of that relationship now that it's over. I needed something that would help, like, stable me, have a support system. You know, we spoke to Helen about this as well. Having that support system, especially when she broke up with one of her boyfriends and she was finding it really hard, and we're like, look, at the end of the day, bitch, you know, friends are there for a reason, right? And this goes out to everyone listening right now. Like, you might not think it, but the human brain rewires itself. There was a study I saw the other day, but the human brain rewires itself when you are alone. It's very important to be social, because when you're not social, your brain cuts off certain functionalities. You become like more paranoid, more anxious. Yeah, it's terrible. The length of your life goes down. You live less.
Yeah, I think, like, I've seen, it is interesting. Like, I feel like my mom especially is always talking about different studies about things that help you live longer and are good for your brain health. She's really into, actually, she hates when I say this, so never mind, but she's really into, like, let's just say brain health in general.
Okay. I think of your mum every time I floss my teeth.
Oh my god, she would be so happy. I'm going to tell her you said that. She would be so happy to hear that.
Literally every night.
No, she would be so happy because she became obsessed with teeth, like, I want to say probably more than 10 years ago, but, like, I think when she saw just all the issues that, like, when I had to get braces, and she didn't really know much about teeth at that point. This is when I was a teenager, and then all of us had to get braces. You know? I know she's really, really into teeth health, and she loves looking at people's teeth and being like, oh, those are good teeth or bad teeth. That's your teeth again? Oh, she's gonna love your teeth.
No, she's not.
Wait, why have I never noticed your teeth before? I never noticed the, like, oh my god.
Uh-huh.
Wait, did that break off, or what happened?
It broke off over time.
What the fuck? Why have I never noticed your teeth? Wait, hold on, wait, open your mouth fully. I want to see your teeth. No, your teeth are really nice. I never noticed them.
I'm very self-conscious of my teeth.
Babe, I never noticed them.
My teeth are my
I
biggest...
don't even notice people's teeth.
It's my biggest insecurity is my teeth.
What? Wait, open... Okay, sorry now to, like, do this, but can you open your mouth again? Okay, I want to see your bottom teeth first. No, but the thing is, your teeth are really white.
Yeah.
And nice.
Marvis. Marvis toothpaste.
That toothpaste is so good. Marvis. So I was like, oh my god, she's gonna love them. And then I'm like, wait, what happened to your front teeth? I never noticed this.
It's my big.
It's not obvious, bitch.
It's not obvious.
Well, see, I don't notice people's teeth. That's the thing. I really don't.
Yeah.
But no, genuinely. Sorry, not to ask you again, but can you open your mouth again?
Jesus.
Also, it's kind of quirky. It's like Ellen told me before. She was like, because I was like to her, do my teeth still look straight? And she's like, well, no, but they're really cute. I was like,
they do look straight.
I think, like, compared to actually straight teeth, like, I had braces.
Right.
And I was told by Nina's friend before, she's a dentist, and I was like, she told Kenny, did you ever have braces? And he was like, no, I never did. She's like, well, your teeth are so straight. And then I was like, oh my god, what about me? Do you think I ever had them? And she's like, you either never had them or you did have them and your teeth moved. And then I got humbled that day, and ever since then, now I realized that my teeth have moved. Like, they definitely have. But they're not, like, terrible, because I had no space in my jaw for my teeth, so I had to get teeth pulled out. So they'll never really go back to being, like, extremely crooked, because they have space now. But they're definitely not perfectly straight. But
my teeth health, let me just say, has improved in the last.
Yeah, and I didn't even notice that. Like, it's only.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah.
I stopped wearing my retainers, and I didn't look after my teeth health properly. But recently, in the last, like, 6 to 9 months, I have been looking after my teeth more, and I can see that my teeth has started to, like, recalcify, become more white as well. I've been flossing very regularly.
Do you remember when your tooth, like, broke off?
No, it just one day I looked at it and I'm like, whoa, the hell?
Wow. But it's interesting, because I will say, like, it's like when people are getting, like, what is it, veneers and stuff. Like, there's a certain part of teeth looking natural that's really nice, versus, like, teeth looking perfect can look weird to the eye.
Uncanny.
It looks, something looks off, you know what I mean? Yeah. I think it's because, right, some people, if they had, like, the tooth thing, maybe their teeth are just more an obvious part of their face.
Yeah.
The eye is drawn to that, but my eye isn't drawn to your teeth at all.
Good.
I think because you have, like, the voluminous lips.
That's one thing. I keep my mouth shut.
I don't see your teeth.
I keep my mouth shut.
I don't see that.
I keep my mouth shut, as you can see.
She really don't be keeping her mouth shut though. I'm confused.
Anyway, I keep my mouth shut and I put a lot of focus on my eyes and maybe my lips, but keep my mouth shut. And it's like, hey Ayesha, you wanna come over? Yeah, I wanna come over. You wanna suck this? Yeah.
Sorry.
And Venus would be like, hey Ayesha. No, she won't cover her face. She'd be like, hey Ayesha, do you wanna go Pilates tomorrow? I'd be like, yeah, let's go Pilates. She'd be like,
Oh, I thought this was more about your breath.
oh. Anyway, forget about teeth. I'm not smoking.
What's this?
Okay, vaping. Fine.
Sorry.
Shit, she's always clocking me. Oh, so besides today, I've been
That
having...
can fuck up your teeth.
Not as bad as cigarettes. Cigarettes are
Can I
worse.
just say, before you get into the smoking thing, you didn't bring cigarettes over on Saturday. And at one point I was like, oh yeah, I would love to go out and smoke one on the balcony. And you're like, babe, I don't have any. I'm like, wow, it really goes to show. Like, I wouldn't be doing it if they weren't around me. And so it was good.
If I had my
it was good for
cigarettes,
me too. It was good for you. It's good for me.
I would have stayed longer if I had my cigarettes, by the way. But
Yeah.
because I didn't have it, I felt so uneasy. I was like, shit, I have work tomorrow, you know. I need to make sure everything goes fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Speaking about cigarettes, I've cut down to 2 cigarettes a day. Obviously today I've had a few more, but that's because I know what they can do for you. They can help you stay awake and they can numb your appetite.
Yeah, but that's bad in the long run.
Definitely bad in the long run. It could give me a blood clot.
Yeah, babe. I think I sound so annoying because on a night out I'd be like, give me the cigarette. I think, what is it?
She'll fucking harass me. We'd be at the pub or something.
You know how I see cigarettes as it's like drinking, right? If you were drinking every single day, like a lot during the day,
Yeah.
I'd be like, okay, this isn't good for you. But then it's like, well, I still drink, could be every weekend or whatever. But then at least it's, I guess, a little bit more control.
Babe, you know what happens when we go to the pub, right?
I smoke 15 cigarettes.
Yeah, but do you know how it happens? We're drinking and then I'm gonna be like, okay guys, I'm coming back. She's gonna be like, are you going for smoking? I'm coming too. I'm coming. Are you not taking me with you?
Yeah, it feels like a little secret adventure.
Sometimes I go and then I turn around and she's just there. I'm walking and she's just there. And
I feel like though in general, it was 15 in Primavera, but it kind of ended up being more 2 or 3 in a night.
No, it wasn't. It was a lot more than 2 or 3.
No, not Primavera. I'm talking about the past few times we've been out.
Oh.
3, 4 maybe.
Yeah, no more than 3.
Mm.
Max 2 usually.
Yeah.
But look, smoking, I think it's terrible for your teeth. And curry.
Yeah.
Curry makes your teeth yellow.
And coffee as well. But I always drink my coffee with a straw, so I feel like maybe that's because I do iced.
Yeah, same.
Socializing. You're talking about socializing.
Right, and accountability.
Sorry, that's what you were talking about, guys. Oh my god. Here's the thing. I think when you work for I've talked about this many times in the podcast, but I've definitely learned it is so important when you do a job that doesn't really require you to have coworkers or and I used to think I don't really need to make friends with people or talk to people and then online other creators and stuff. I didn't see the necessarily the importance of connecting with other people and learning from other people, but it is actually so valuable. And I think that's one thing, but to actually now have both of us doing the same similar thing, it's literally it's done so much for my sense of, I think, just feeling like I'm not alone and feeling I actually have someone in my life who does the similar things and can connect about it. And we have this podcast now where we can just talk about it, and
of course,
it's so important.
I just want to say we know this statistic, right? On average, most people who do OnlyFans make $200 a month. That's the average. One thing that really clicked in my head in the last 2 days was, if the majority of people are making $200 a month or less, I'm very happy with what I'm doing because I'm above the average.
Yeah.
And I think with friendship, the accountability is there, yes, but also there's the sense of community and the sense of trust. And sometimes if one person might not be feeling it, the other person can help pull them back up. And definitely, like, I know Venus has helped me get myself back on track a lot, especially in the last 12 months, because it's not been easy, but she's had my back, which thank you. It's helped so much, bitch. Genuinely, having that support system is very important, because you will doubt yourself. There will be times when motivation can only get you so far, and then you feel like the discipline isn't doing anything. But then with that reassurance that, hey, chill out, you've been doing really well. Don't stop. Don't be so hard on yourself. You need to look at the bigger picture. Right? For sure. As humans, sometimes we downplay the amount of progress that we've made.
For real.
That's one thing I think that's been hitting me recently, and I realized that, do you know what? When I do feel like that, I do just need to take a step back and tell myself, wow, look at how far you've come.
It's very true, honestly.
Right?
Like, yeah, it says it's easy to compare ourselves to other people who we think or who we know are doing financially better, just more successful in general, just, I don't know, have all these friends and fucking, I don't know,
freedom,
bought a house or certain things. But that's okay. That's gonna happen. That's normal. That's natural. And it's also just a sign that, ooh, this is actually something that I would like. You know, if you're feeling that kind of jealousy or whatever. And then it's just about being like, okay, well, have I made progress towards what I want? Have I made progress since like last month, for example? Or if I look back over these whole past, like, let me say like the past couple of years of me working for myself, am I proud of the fact that I've been able to like make it work for this long?
Right.
Yes. Like, am I not okay with what happened last year? Correct. I'm not okay with what happened. However, what's going to make me now is how I pick myself back up and how I keep it pushing and how I keep it going. And I'm happy to report that January was really good for me, and I'm really happy. Like, I'm still not where I want to be, but am I happy with the progress that I've made? Yes. Like, I'm really happy, and that's what's the most important.
I love that.
Yeah.
I want to say, like, from the social media side of things, including OnlyFans, it's been actually really good for me.
Yeah.
The in-person has been a bit harder because of, like, my anxiety. It's been quite hard, but I know that this week I'm going to be stepping up my game. But everything else in terms of like social media has been lovely. Like, I hit like 1,000 followers on fucking Instagram.
Hey, she got 12k on TikTok.
12k on fucking TikTok.
Yeah.
My Twitter's almost at 1k. I'm at 800 right now.
Socials are growing.
Socials are growing. Yeah. The other day, my Instagram grew like 200, 300 followers in 2 days, and then my Twitter did 100 followers in one night. And I was like, what the fuck?
It's consistency is so important.
So important.
Consistency is the key.
Very important.
I'm trying to be consistent on Twitter. My Twitter, I got locked out of my Twitter. I don't know my 2-factor authentication. We're gonna sort that out. But yeah, consistency is key.
So key.
Yeah, just like not overthinking, just doing the work. You know, being creative, I guess, like coming up with new ideas, but just staying consistent to what you know works.
Big time. I feel like one thing that has helped me, especially on Twitter, is copying, and this is what Melrose and Alana say as well.
Melrose.
Just copy
Alana.
what works for people.
Alana.
Copy what works for them, right? So I've been copying what works for like other content creators, like the ones in my niche, and
very important. Also, when you see something else, when you see someone go viral for something, and let's just say they have 20k followers. Let's say this is TikTok. They go viral for something, and it has like 100k views. Okay, that's a sign. Or let's even say it has like fucking 500k to 1 million. That is a sign that like that's a trend or a video similar you might want to recreate.
Right.
Because now if it was the fact that they had 1 million followers and they got 1 million views, still great, but like it might not be as much of a sign that that video is actually going to do well for you as well. But yeah, it's like spotting trends, which can be kind of difficult depending on what niche you're in. Certain niches I think are easier than others. Because sometimes it is about following trends, but I will say there's something very powerful about just being yourself on camera. And like I've had the most random videos blow up of like me just, I don't know, saying something to the camera. Like, so sometimes it's about just kind of playing both sides, you know, a little bit of both. You got to show your personality, you got to show who you are, but then also, you know, hop on those trends, have a little bit of fun with it.
Exactly. Grab the tide.
Yeah.
I like that.
a little update on my selling of my underwear.
Okay.
Sorry, transition. I don't think I'll be doing it again, at least to this person, because they really pissed me off, guys. They really pissed me off. We're trying to be like not super risque on this platform. Like, obviously it's risque by nature, but we're trying to keep things a little, I guess, a little coded. Coded?
It has to be coded.
We're not safe for work, but we're going to speak in the safe for work coding. Speaking of safe for work, we had to be very safe for work on Saturday for our friends' videos, and it was very hard for us to do. I had no bra on, and she was like, girl, you need to put a bra on. Like, my shirt was literally transparent. Anyways.
I was lucky because I was behind the camera for the first one.
Oh, but then you were on the camera.
Yeah, and then she threw a fucking blanket
at me.
Covered herself up.
Anyways, yeah. Like, let's just say that he received them, and they were too clean for him.
Ugh.
I never thought I would, like,
Ugh.
hear... I don't want to say he was necessarily complaining, but it was just the things he was saying. I was like, this is so ironic. Like, does he want me to have, like, an STI or something? Like, does he want me to have something wrong down there? Like, that. But then I basically was like to him, listen, I fear you might be living in a bit of a porn delusion, you know, because...
She was so mad,
I did the things that he wanted. And mind you, like, what did you pay for? This is the things you paid for, okay? If you really want these other extra things, and I could have maybe potentially arranged for that, but, you know, that would have been an extra cost. I think the biggest issue that I had with the things he was saying was he was, like, making conclusions about my based off of it. Like, he was like, oh, I feel like you don't get that, how do we say this?
Lubricated.
That wet, basically. And I was like, first of all, I'm not proving anything to him. I'm not going to just go off on a whole speech like, no, I do, I get there, because that's not the point. The point is, okay, and obviously I have to take some accountability here too, because it's like, girl, you sold your underwear to a random person, like, like, as much as I'm like, you know, intrigued by it and down to do it, I also think, you know, it is kind of a weird request that people have, but they want your underwear. That is weird. Now, is there anything wrong with being weird? I mean, not in that instance if I'm consenting to it, of course, but, like, you're already speaking to someone that has a little bit of a weird kink, right? And then, so it's like, I have to take some accountability with knowing that, like, he was probably going to say certain things like this because it was maybe... I don't know. But anyways, like, I just took that as him being like, oh, you don't get that. I took that as, like, a little bit misogynistic, right? Because it's, like, just a man making a comment about a woman's, like, vagina, like, him making statements like, oh, you don't get that wet. Like, it really pissed me off. Because it was just...
unnecessary assumptions, you know?
Yeah, and he just said some other things which I'm not even going to repeat. Like, basically, it was too clean, and it was just, I don't know, it made me feel really uncomfortable on the inside, really uncomfortable, and he wants to buy another pair. I'm not going to do it, because I think this is actually a good topic to discuss. I think we've mentioned it before, but when you do start to feel uncomfortable, or just any sort of, like, if someone makes you feel angry, upset, uncomfortable when you are doing sex work, like, I understand completely why people put that feeling to the side and they're like, well, money is money, like, let me get my money. But I think for me personally, like, I don't want to associate those feelings with my job and the money that I make. And, like, even though, you know, I made a good bit of money from him for selling that first pair, I just personally, I'm like, oh, I don't really want to do that anymore. I don't like the idea of this individual having my underwear, and then, like, I don't want it. It's just a bit too intimate, I almost feel like, in a sense. But at the same time, would I be open to doing it again with other people? Maybe, but it's not something that I want to seek out. And he's left me with a bad taste in my mouth now, so he ain't having my underwear.
And you've left him with hardly any smell in his
mouth. explained it to him too. I didn't explain it, but I was like, ooh, not the misogyny. I think you're living in a porn delusion. But anyways, and then like he didn't get it at all. He sent like laugh emojis, and then he asked me to do another pair this month, and I'm like, I just left him on red because it's just, what am I gonna do? He doesn't get it. It's fine.
They're like that. They are like that. I still
tell the story about your underwear. She has a story as well about underwear.
So apparently my buyer has an issue. So they have been dying for me to sell them my underwear, and my Twitter has not been working the DMs on the phone properly, but the DMs on my iPad were working. I looked at the messages and I said to him, okay, it's going to cost you $125. He said, okay, how much is that in pounds? I said, it's about roughly 90 to 100 pounds. He said, okay, cool. And then, you know, I had been wearing the fucking knickers for literally 2 days.
Babe, first point that's gone wrong here is that nothing is done before payment is received.
Yep.
No underwear are worn until payment is
literally.
received.
No, literally.
I can't believe you were already wearing them for him.
Yeah.
For 2 days, bitch. No.
And
naughty.
it was so bad because, babe, usually, okay, guys, I usually change my underwear like twice a day, every other day.
Oh, really?
I'm being serious.
Wow.
And what happens is, I didn't change it, and I specifically told myself, oh fuck, I was changing underwear. I'm like, oh wait, I'm not supposed to. I'm supposed to wear this. Let me continue wearing this. So
Why twice a day though?
Because usually what happens is before I go to sleep, I'd be wearing a set of underwear, and then when I wake up, I might change it. Depending on what happens, I might not change it, and then if I do change it, that's fine. Then if I have a shower that day, I'll probably end up changing it. If I then go play with myself, I might end up changing it.
I don't wear underwear to sleep.
Okay. I do.
I think I used to when I was younger. I would change my underwear to sleep. Yeah.
I do wear underwear to sleep.
No, but underwear get dirty so quick. So yeah.
Yeah, they do. I've got so much underwear though. So it's not...
Okay, but anyways, go on.
Basically, what happened was, I was wearing the underwear for 2 days, you know, and I masturbated and I had the fucking underwear on. Okay, take it off. All the juices, everything will be collecting in that fucking underwear. It was rank, but it was what he was supposedly gonna pay for.
Babe. Did you not know not to do this? I swear you know better than this.
No, I don't know why. I don't know. I was just so excited.
I was gonna say, I think you horny bitch, like.
I wasn't even horny. Look, like what happened was I was wearing the underwear on like day 3.
Bitch! I'm so angry. I'm so annoyed that you
literally, I looked at the DMs.
This has irked my spirit so much.
He said to me, hey, can we do something? Like, I don't have that much money.
Oh, you fucker.
I've only got £30. I looked at that message and I swear to God, it was like 6 p.m. I looked at it and I was so pissed off. I was like, are you taking the fucking piss? Dropped my iPad, dropped my pants down, took my knickers off, threw them in the wash basket. Done.
I'm not okay with what you did here.
I'm
mad at you.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm mad at her now, guys, because she worked for free.
Yeah.
What does our friend say? Never work for free. Yeah, no, babe. No more of that.
I can't. You're right.
Yeah.
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 Fuck.
But yeah, no, sorry. I'm sorry. That is really annoying. No, that is really annoying.
And it smelled disgusting.
That is the thing, guys. I'm like, people really out here wanting to smell.
I was retching. I kid you not, I was retching.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah. So, Ayesha's phone ran out of storage. We lost a little bit of the ending there, but you know, I think we chatted for long enough anyways. So we are going to wrap this up now, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for listening to episode 5.
What? Already?
Yeah, 5. This is the 5th episode.
Wow.
Of the year.
You know how in episode 1 of season 1 we spoke about what we see for the future of the podcast? I had a vision last night. Yeah, I know. The vision was like, we had like a kind of a studio set up, you know, we were sitting on these cool chairs, we had these cool mics on cool
I would love that. That'd be so fun with you to
do. Even if we had like, let's say one of these days when I have my own apartment, like a little section of the room
Exactly.
is
Exactly.
just for the
Yeah.
recording,
That'd be cute.
you know?
That'd be really cute.
That would be the studio part.
I mean, it's all to come.
Amen.
Anyways, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube.
Comment as well.
Leave a review on Spotify.
Love
Give
to
us
hear
a
it.
little comment.
Hey, why not?
We really want your comments. Give us your comments.
Comment on the TikToks. Comment on our socials. Just talk about how you like the podcast. Anything you want us to talk about. We'd love to.
And we will catch you here next week, guys. Thank you for
Thank
listening.
you so much. Love you.
Ready?
Bye. Ciao.
Mwah.